Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know so many of you over on TikTok have been blowing up the comments asking for this, so today we're finally doing some customer reviews analysis for it. But before we dive into that, be sure to check out this exclusive discount available for it. You'll find it in the description and in the first comment under this video. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer starts by sharing how this monitor gave them a whole new respect for the manufacturer, especially since they found it to be a much better value by purchasing it second-hand. Our reviewer is thoroughly impressed with its performance, highlighting the nice, fine resolution and a great refresh rate. The colors are described as being very good across all uses, including gaming, general web browsing, and watching media. Being an IPS panel, they did notice that when sitting close, large areas of flat color can have a slight ghostly sheen, particularly in dark mode. However, this effect becomes completely unnoticeable the moment any more detailed or dynamic content appears on the screen. Our reviewer notes that it took a little while to get used to the contrast and saturation levels compared to their old display. One potential issue this client wanted to flag for others was the VESA mounting system. They found it to be a bit incomplete, though they acknowledged that since their unit was used, some parts might have been missing. In their effort to wall mount this large 4K display, they had to create a do-it-yourself wooden rig to get it properly secured. The end result is functional and hasn't fallen, but it isn't the most elegant solution. Initially powered by an older graphics card, this monitor truly came into its own after our reviewer completed a major computer upgrade. With more powerful hardware driving it, they couldn't be happier with the performance, feeling it competes with displays that cost significantly more. They are so satisfied, in fact, that they plan on happily using this beast of a monitor for many years to come.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer admits they were a little worried when they first purchased this monitor. They had a bad experience in the past with a similarly large display that had disappointing color quality, so they were hesitant to invest in another one. Their experience with this new panel, however, turned out to be completely different. While it's true that the display required some adjustments in the settings menu to get things just right, once they dialed it in to their liking, they were blown away. The colors and brightness, even with special features like HDR turned off, are described as being exceptionally vibrant and impressive. According to our reviewer, the visual quality is simply insane. Interestingly, they also own a smaller but much faster 240Hz panel, which provides a direct point of comparison. For them, it is difficult to perceive a significant difference in responsiveness, even while playing super competitive games. They acknowledge that there might be a fractional difference in motion smoothness during the most intense high-speed movements, but it's not something that creates any noticeable input lag or negatively impacts their gaming sessions. Ultimately, this client feels the trade-off is more than worth it. As someone who isn't a top-tier competitive professional, the massive improvement in visual quality is the priority. They much prefer the immersive experience of the larger screen with its brilliant colors and brightness over their previous smaller monitor, which they now see as having washed-out colors despite its technically faster response time. For them, the sheer enjoyment of the superior picture quality far outweighs any marginal loss in peak motion clarity.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer has been using this monitor primarily for software development and gaming within a Mac setup. While it boasts a refresh rate of up to 150 Hz, our reviewer prefers to run it at 120 Hz via DisplayPort, harmonizing well with an Apple laptop's ProMotion display and a secondary 60 Hz screen. The experience of scrolling through code and Xcode at that higher refresh rate is described as truly wonderful. Even on Mac, the games our reviewer plays run incredibly smoothly. Switching over to a Windows machine, specifically a Mac Mini bootcamped with an eGPU, the connection utilizes HDMI, limiting the refresh rate to 60 Hz. Despite this, games at high resolutions remain smooth and visually impressive. Color accuracy is a strong point, with the display delivering vibrant and engaging visuals. The stand also offers practical adjustments for both height and rotation. The unit also includes some built-in rainbow lights, a feature our reviewer promptly disabled. Similarly, the built-in speakers have been switched off due to their less than stellar sound quality. However, this client did point out a couple of minor drawbacks. The buttons used to navigate the setup menus are described as slightly annoying to use, and the monitor's startup time is noticeably slow. It seems to dislike being powered off. Furthermore, there's a cooling fan somewhere inside the display that occasionally becomes audible in otherwise quiet environments. Overall, it's a pretty great monitor with just a few minor shortcomings.
That's all for today. If you like this, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments.